All right, this is an intro for project number 6. So it's our design development set. So we've been working on, a lot of smaller projects here lately, and trying to learn different options or different stuff in Revit that's more individualized. But now we're going to take that and we're going to put it all together into one kind of project on a design development set. So we've done the SD, which was kind of our first project, where we just had scoping and different square footages, but we didn't really worry about building material, elevations, what's our building heights in more detail. So next one is design development. That's where we're going to take that floor plan and we're going to start doing the elevations in the sections. And so what I've created here is just another kind of assignment sheet. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to design like a golf club pro house. And so I didn't want to get something really big, but I also wanted to look at something where we might have 2 stories on it. And this one has 2 stories, so we can also learn how to do levels in that. And I'll go over that kind of in our intro video to how to set up your project here for this design development set. And so if we go through, we have kind of our basic. We're going to have scope, project requirements. I'll look at that here in a minute with you. We'll tag all the walls. We'll dimension stuff. So some of this is repetitive that we've done in our previous projects. We're also going to create a reflected ceiling plan. One thing that I do want to do in this, I want to be sure that we do some type of curtain wall or storefront up front. So we learned that in lecture 4, I believe. And so I want to incorporate some of those items. Or you can still use standard windows, but at some portion, I want to see that we have that set up. The next one is, let's do a roof structure. Let's do some type of pitched roof. In there, you can do flat roof somewhere, but just it has to have some type of pitch. So it says flat roof will not be acceptable. So if you can't get to work, 5 points off. Not that big a deal. And so you're actually going to have 5 sheets here. And so we're going to have a title sheet. I'm going to develop a title sheet, and we're going to have the project name, the location. Just name it whatever you want. ABC Golf Course, XYZ Golf Course, think of a creative name, doesn't matter. We'll have a city location. Maybe pick your hometown, or Springfield's fine. We'll put a 3D view of the project on there, so that way we can kind of I can see what's going on the whole thing. I also want to do some basic code summary. I don't want to get really detailed. I'll kind of show you an example, but in lecture 2 we went over code summaries. I just want to know what building codes we're using. Let's use the 2018. What's our occupancy? We'll look at kind of what the occupancy is, proposed use, what are we using it for. This is a golf club facility to check in and store golf carts, different stuff like that. Construction type, we'll look at a construction type. I'm not going to be worried as much. I just want to be sure that we pick something that's legit. So example, occupancy. Let's not pick industrial type I for this type of occupancy. Let's look at a B or mercantile or something. It's probably going to be a B. Same thing with construction type. Don't give me a construction type of 15, because that doesn't even evolve. So there's only, I think, 5 construction types that you could choose from. So maybe if we can pick one and just kind of get a feel for that. Floor plans here. We'll go over the floor plans. When I say detail, I want to go over that in the other one. Do not write detail. Just write basement floor plan. And so you'll see up here it says do not put the word detail in the detail name. All right, I get that a lot on this assignment, where they'll say detail 1 basement floor plan, and then it has detail, the letter 1 already. And so it's a redundant part of it, so just list that one. So if you do use that, I'll just take off. We are going to put 1 room schedule in here, and just be sure that you're just going to have to fill out the room schedule. I don't care what floor finish you have. Is it carpet? Is it concrete? What is the base finish? Is it 4-inch rubber? Do we have 0 wall finish? What color? Is it a gyp? Is it painted? What kind of color is it painted? Ceiling finish, different items like that. And so just basic, you're just going to have to fill that out. So we don't have a lot of rooms for this either. You go to the next page. Next sheet, we're going to set up the elevations. So we'll get elevations set in there. That way we can see a little bit. We'll do a section, do 2 sections, north-south section, east-west section, and provide some text for there. So we worked on text on the last assignment. We'll do 1 enlarged wall section. So I think we can all put this all on one item here. Reflected ceiling plan is, we'll do just a reflected ceiling plan. Be sure we get that put in there. We have set some set Organization and detailing. Well, the scale of the drawing shall be 1/8 inch, except for the large wall section. So that's going to be a quarter set up here. Provide doors and rooms. Center elevation marks on the views. I'll show you how to do that in the next video. Organize all levels and elevations. Try to clean it up. Create new customized detail reference. I'll show you that in the next lecture as we're setting that up too. The detail reference that come out of Revit are pretty basic, so it's nice to fix those up a little bit. All detail references shall be underneath the plans and elevations. We don't want to drag this out. If you remember the last time, we kind of really centered how those worked. Detail reference placed on the sheet shall read up and to the left. So up and to the left. Remove all crop views. Views should be in fine level. So be sure we're all in fine level detail. All lower corner views still match up. All right. Let's get to the space requirements. So the project requirements, this is, like I said, we're getting a golf course or a pro shop. So I have a basement. Basement's pretty basic, so hopefully this won't be too invasive. So we have cart storage. It's going to be one big open area in the basement. We're going to store all of our carts. We're going to have a mechanical electrical room, and we're going to have some type of stairs that connect up to the top first floor. First floor is going to be a little different. We have the pro shop area. That's where basically we're going to have retail for where you buy shirts, hats, stuff that you've forgotten once you get out to the golf course, or the golf course is selling clubs. We'll have a golf check in there, so kind of a station to set up. Director's office. It would be nice if we had a little bit of furniture in there. It might help you out. It's laying out furniture and stuff, but it's not. Furniture isn't required for this assignment. Director's office. So we'll have a director's office, a dressing room, so they can try on their stuff. Indoor hitting bays. We're going to have a couple hitting bays where we're going to hit out into the golf course. Something that we can low up if it's raining and people want to hit. So indoor hitting bays. We have a snack bar, so a place where people can get their beverages, snacks before going out to the golf course, kind of a lounge area so people can talk afterwards, after the game or waiting on people, just kind of hanging out. We had basic general storage. We had the men's and women's restroom. I'm going to show you that. You're going to be required to provide match the restroom layout. So, to be honest, I'm just getting tired of seeing the restroom just not working out well. And so if we could just match this restroom layout, then we'll give ourselves a good shot. Corridor, just as required. Stairs, however it connects. You don't need to really draw the stairs. We can kind of play around with the stairs. I just want to be sure we can get space allocated for the stairs. Club storage, and then so members want to store their clubs, so they don't want to take them home. They have them set there. Here's your ceiling requirements over to the side that you can take. Next sheet over is the example, so you can kind of look at all of our dimensions that are set here. We can add these dimensions up, so now you can try to lay out you want to be sure we have a toilet. These are just walls here. They're not partitions or anything, and so they're just solid walls. You can draw them in here and match this restroom layout. It's a good place to start. Here's your basic dimensions. Does it have to be 9 feet and 3/4 inches? No, but if we could leave it at between 9 and 10, that would be great. That would be great in there. Okay. Same thing here. Try to match as much as you can. So that gives you a nice restroom layout with the lavatories. All right. I have one example here. That way we can go of. We had. So here's kind of a pro shop. I did a long time ago. We had. There's a Twin Oaks Pro Shop, so when I talk about items and a 3D view, we're not going to have a rendering, but we are going to have, whatever 3D view that you have. Also on that title sheet, they have sheet index. I'm not worried about sheet index, but I want to kind of look at the code evaluation. So here's kind of the code evaluation. All right, and you can see accessory use groups here, BS1, construction type 5B. And we're going to look at, different square footage totals. I tried to actually kind of match a little bit of these square footage so you can kind of see what's going on. So we're trying to match a little bit of what this building codes, and that all goes on that front sheet. Okay, so this is just handwritten text, and I'll try to show you a little bit of that text. Just don't think too much of it. I just want you to get, the goal is to know that where the building codes are, what they're doing, how you reference them, and such that we learned from our previous one. Let's see, we had there's kind of a general 3D view, so you can kind of see a pitched roof area. Again, you don't have to, we're not recreating this. This is just an example for you to kind of see. Here's our hitting bays. I have a 14 by 14 garage door option, so we want to be sure we're at least high enough to get that garage door open in there. I've went ahead on the properties here I've clicked this section box here. And you click your section box, you can do that. You can kind of basically pull this section back and take different, items here. See if I can do realistic. See if that makes a difference. Okay. Section box you can kind of pull back, play around with. I'm going to bring this down here. You kind of see a basic floor plan. Just a little, oops. And I got something going on here. Kind of a pro shop area here. Here's the hitting bays. And then the other thing I was going to show is just kind of down below. It's pretty wide open for all the golf carts. Underneath, nothing too exciting about it. This is missing the floor. Anyway, it may give you a couple ideas to kind of work around as you're going through that, going through the assignment here. So, all right, well, I'm looking forward to, do watch the next video. It's going to really kind of show you how to set up levels and a couple other items and how to basically set up the sheets to get this thing going. And then it'll be kind of up to you on how your design shakes out. So I'm looking forward to seeing the design, especially with some of these other kind of smaller iterations that we've used to get so far in the class. So, all right, thank you.